Wait, before I give the argument, what's the distinction between analytic and synthetic truths? Go ahead.
I don't know.
You don't know. So you don't know this basic distinction between different types of facts.
Man, are you that
So
guy that came
how
up
are
here
we
that one time
expected to
and said,
understand
no.
the implication of the argument?
Anyways, are you that guy that came up here that one time and said, hey, what's the, how did it go? I used to have it memorized.
So you just concede that you don't know basic logical distinctions, Tubby? Yes or no?
I don't know what you mean by those terms. I could probably sit around and think about it.
That's what I thought. Plumpy.
I know
You don't know this basic distinction between.
I know that analytical
entry-level
truths are
logical
true by
concepts.
definition.
Yeah, now he's just Googling the answer, Chad. He looks terrible. You guys support this guy?
No. I'm looking up that thumbnail because I'm
He's
looking
actually
for that
face down,
thumbnail.
ass up right now, and the argument hasn't even been rendered yet. He looks terrible optically and
What was
rhetorically.
it?
He's getting his back blown out.
Atemporal
literally
unconditional
choking on my rhetorical
precondition that
dick
is necessarily non-contingent. Are you
Non-contingent,
that?
universally
Oh, you're
ultimate
that
grounds
guy.
and instantiates all synthetic predicates. So go ahead and respond to the argument, fat boy. Which premise do you reject, Tubby?
You haven't given a premise.
Sorry. I did just give a premise. Can you repeat what I just said?
You didn't give a premise. You just
Sorry, you're not capable of
you
repeating
rattled
what I
off
just said.
a bunch
That's gonna be
of
a
like
concession.
descriptions.
Blunder number two on your end, Tubby. I need you to repeat everything I just said because I gave you a premise. The first premise of my argument, which follows via modus tollens.
Modus tollens.
Yes,
if
sir.
P
You know the
then
logical
Q, not Q, therefore not P. You didn't do that.
Sorry, sir. Just to be very clear about this, I gave you the first premise of my argument was a conditional statement. Can you repeat everything I just said?
Well, I said atemporal unconditional precondition that is necessarily non-contingent, and then I don't remember what you said after that.
Yeah, so you're just not tracking. That's a tracking error on your part.
On my fart? You mean part? He said fart. Like he literally said fart. We can't hear you when you're not on the app. YouTube, you guys can't see this, but here I can see that coffee cup thing, YouTubers. That means that they're there, but they don't have the app open, so you can't hear anything that, oh, he dropped. Well, okay. So he just conceded the entire debate, and you all saw it. Okay. After more than 1,000 debates, I've compiled all the knowledge you need to debunk the arguments you hear from my guests into a book. Rational Answers to Stupid Questions covers evolution, the Big Bang, creationism, flat Earth, and more. Order using the link below, and I will personally sign and ship you a copy today. But misinformation comes in many forms. My other book, Facts That Aren't True, debunks hundreds of false claims ranging from the human body, history, nature, animal facts, and more. I promise you'll find something in here that you've been wrong about for years.
People while also holding determinism.
Oh, well, that was a joke. When I say when I say humans are terrible people, that's very tongue in cheek, but it is true that like there is a innate human nature that because we live in extremely large complex societies is unquestionably holding us back, right? Like the root of racism is the innate tribalism that we all have. I'm not going to sit here and make excuses and say that colonization was like good or that the ends justify the means or something like that. But so I can fully agree with the abuses and horrors of colonization, but people pretend that like the white European was this uniquely evil entity, whereas the Maori people committed an unthinkably disgusting genocide against, I can't remember what the other tribe in, it's in New Zealand. I can't remember what they're called. But that kind of thing happened all the time because any two groups of people that are neighbors that look the same are capable of looking at each other like the enemy and dehumanizing them and doing the worst kind of thing.
I think that living again, I don't necessarily disagree with you, and I know you're looking for opposition, but um, I think that sort of the natural globalization that occurs as a result of like the connectivity that the internet has brought in the last 20 to 30 years, I think naturally creates a more collectivist culture on a global scale. And I think, the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because I do think that yeah, these are our what you're describing is our human nature, but I do think that there's lots of things in nature that, used to be our nature, but we can grow beyond um or
Yeah,
evolve
I
beyond
think
what it is our nature.
that the human race collectively is, or the human species, whatever, same difference, is collectively has a conscious that expands its moral circle more and more, and I do think we are better today than really we ever were. Um, and I mean that is something that I consider myself a leftist, but that is something that chronically online leftist cultural warriors or whatever really will not accept. And I just think
Hmm.
that they should read maybe one history book, and then you could try to understand the true
Yeah.
nature of human nature, which is dark. And people pretend that it's that the modern world created it, or that certain groups uniquely have are just uniquely evil or whatever. It's like, no, I mean, Genghis Khan was just as bad as Christopher Columbus was just as bad as Schmittler, you know, maybe not quite,
Yeah, at
but
a certain
there's no
point, it's like,
the difference between like a Genghis Khan and a Schmittler is uh less than the difference between myself and him.
mhm.
People,
Yeah,
humans
yeah,
are terrible people, and it's only thanks to um kind of the stuff you were talking about, but obviously a lot more than that, that we can rescue ourselves and save ourselves from our most terrible instincts. And a complex society and education is necessary for that, because a phrase I like to say a lot is things can only control you as long as you remain ignorant about them. And yeah, I think it's no coincidence that more egalitarian societies are ones that are more pluralistic and diverse and sort of dense, like
mhm.
population wise as well.
Yeah. I like that. Things can only control you if you you're ignorant about them.
Yeah.
I like that because my first instinct is to say, oh well, I know lots of things about myself, but that doesn't mean I'm a perfect human. Like, I know just because I know I do something wrong doesn't mean I can always change it. But then at the same time, it's like, well, if I know that I'm doing something wrong, if I have the knowledge of it, then it's really myself that's holding me back by not changing it. It's not the thing that is controlling me. I don't know. I
Yeah.
could go on a whole rant, but yeah, it looks like I don't really disagree with you. But keep up the good lives, and I'll drop down.